Good to go.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, What's Good Denver. This is where we tackle culture and events and everything that's happening in Denver. If you have not, please sign up for the newsletter at realgooddenver.com, where we have a whole laundry list of Tom's takes, Troy's takes, everything in the news, everything in the events for the next 10 days, sporting events, weather. It's got everything there. So check that out. The growth on the newsletter has been extraordinary. And of course, the growth on the podcast has been really nice. So I just want to start because it was so nice to see you guys this week. It was awesome. Troy was in town. So the three of us plus OG What's Good Denver Olivia was there. And we went down to ESP and had a couple cocktails and listened to some Portishead spun on wax. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I actually saw what Tom's house looks like too in person.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right
Tom and
here.
we were after ESP, we were just listening to music, chilling for a little bit, and I gotta tell you, it looks exactly like it does in the video.
Looks just like this.
It looks just like that.
It sucks you didn't get to see the mountain view, Troy. It was a little too late, but
Yeah,
I see him right now. It's looking nice up there.
super cool spot though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's house has really come together in the last couple of weeks. I've been watching the additions to the refrigerator with the magnets.
Yeah, we got lots of magnet stuff up there.
A lot of photo booth stuff.
Yeah, lots of photo booths. Right now, the mixing deck is gone because I have one of my buddies borrowing it. He needs to get upgraded to the newest software. So or the newest tech. He's a little outdated, so I lent it to him to get used to it for a little bit. But that'll be back soon. But yeah, I've been working on it for a minute.
I like it, man. You started with the plants. That's an important first step, and now look at the decor. It's just really tying the whole thing together. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
I was only there shortly, but I think we hit Denver City Market, which we've talked about that on the show before, right?
Yeah, Denver Central Market.
Denver Central Market. Very cool spot. And then we also hit ESP. And I forget the name of the restaurant we ate at.
Los Chingones.
Yeah, Los Chingones. So those were the three spots I hit this trip around. Very short, kind of in and out trip though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I still got a list of places I need to try next time I'm in town.
It was cool. It was cool because, Larimer's like that's my favorite spot in Denver. I'm a South Broadway kid at heart, but Rhino is great, And so we had a bunch of people in town, and so we're walking down Larimer past Central Market, and I just happened to see my buddy Luke, who's the GM at Samana. So I got to be like, "Hey, what's up, Luke?" It just looked like I knew some guys on the street,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Samana.
I felt like it, like at least with Michael, it amped up my aura by like 10%. I got like 50,000 aura points for that, so
Nice.
that felt good. Let's dive right in. I want to start with your first sports take here, Troy, and just thank the Denver Nuggets for a great season. I mean, ups and downs. Sad to see Malone go, but love to see the second round of the playoffs. I mean, that OKC team is a great team, as witnessed by they completely dismantled, the Timberwolves. So thanks, Nuggets, for a great season, and tip of the hat to OKC.
Yeah, extraordinary season. And I think the fact that the Nuggets made it, they took OKC 7 games after all the drama that kind of happened pre-playoffs. Spotty play from a few guys on the team, Westbrook, MPJ, and Jokic just showed why he's the best player in the world. You couldn't play better than he was playing. It's just, it's OKC, and he needed like to go through that team. They would have needed ginormous performances from the guys around him, which you can't count on that every night. But I think it was a great season, all said and done, and definitely nothing to hang your head low about.
Agree, man. And after sleeping on it a couple of nights, we were talking about like, okay, what are the changes? Everyone's got to go except for XYZ. But the more I think about it, it's like, dude, we don't need to make big changes. Like, this is a good team.
Yeah.
Give this team another year to cook. I mean, this is a championship caliber team. The fact of the matter is just like, it's tough out here,
Yeah. The West is loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. There's an article in the there'll be an article in the show notes where Porter kind of addresses like some trade rumors about himself. So go read that. He's one of the guys who could be gone this season. So we'll see. Or next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won MVP today.
Oh, he
Um,
did.
yeah, he won
Oh,
today. Yeah, which it feels like I don't know. I feel like they should have just made it whoever won Game 7 got the MVP. That would have been cool. But yeah, even though Jokic kind of had the superior like statistical season, I think his season was like arguably better than the ones he's had before where he won MVP. But you know, political reasons, you gotta switch it up. Gotta give it to the new guy. That's how it always is.
one thing though that and shout out to Shea. I mean, what an incredible season. But his gameplay was exposed in the postseason where people are starting to learn, like, oh, this guy just looking to draw fouls and go to the free throw line and flop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's been catching a lot of heat for that, where they're like, dude, look at this guy, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it works. And I like the article that you put in here too, because it shows that an American hasn't won the MVP since 2018.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was Shea, Nikola, Embiid, Nikola, and then Giannis. 2 years
Wow.
in a row.
You're totally right. Yeah, I mean, American basketball is we're not like at the top right now as far as like best players in the world.
I know.
The only kind of American guy we have right now that has like potential to get there is probably Anthony Edwards, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, I think so. That's
yeah,
pretty crazy.
yeah, that is absolutely crazy.
Now,
Uh,
now that the Nuggets are gone, I can go back to cheering for the Knicks with all my home people. So
I'm with you, Tom. Go Knicks.
yeah,
yeah,
that game that game starts in like 2 hours.
yeah. It
Nice.
looks like today at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Knicks versus Pacers, and
Hmm.
I know literally every person from New Jersey, New York is gonna be tuned in. New
Hmm.
York City was a madhouse last week after Game 7. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's the championship's up in the air. I mean, really feels. I mean, Thunder's obviously the favorite, but it feels wide open to me. I don't know. I'm not sold on the Thunder team just dominating
Yeah,
one dominating the Wolves or one dominating whoever comes out of the East. So we'll see.
yeah. I would be. I'm really happy for OKC fans. Let's put it that way, because that team, dude, Caruso. I was like, yo, man, Caruso's the guy you hate unless he's on your team, because that dude is just a monster. Clutch shooting,
Hmm.
sticky hands, just like great footwork. I love that guy. All of those guys are just like their defense is unreal.
Yeah, Caruso guarded Jokic in Game 7, and I mean he did as good of a job as you humanly possibly can against Jokic.
Totally.
Like the hustle plays and just yeah, like you said, the defense was relentless.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's it for sports. Be tuned in to the NBA tonight and check back in next week where things stand.
Nice. Thanks, man. How about you, Tom? What you got on tap this week?
before events, I have a cool developing Denver story, but I found a new account. Now, we love developing Denver, and we're always going to be riding with them and following them. But there is another account that I found very similar called Naked Denver. Um, and they are posting similar type stuff, but also kind of like, I think developing Denver is real on the big like infrastructure type building and like, giant renovation projects and huge, remodels of entire downtown spaces or like, Front Range Railroad projects. But this Naked Denver is like really zooming in on like specific businesses and new developments in terms of like cool new companies moving into town or like more recreational type stories. So there's one
Cool.
that I'm highlighting called Paddle House. Padel House. I think it's pronounced Padel, but there's this sport It's a racket sport, kind of similar to pickleball, except it's like a combination of racquetball and pickleball, where the court is encased in like a glass cage, and you can play the ball off the wall, and you're basically playing pickleball in like a cube. And this is a really popular sport worldwide that's been like gaining popularity, but I don't think there's any courses ready yet in Colorado, but there is a new development that I found from the Naked Denver page, and they are going to be bringing a location to Denver.
Is that the Great Divide?
For padel. It's actually going to be here we go. And Naked Denver actually has a website, which is great because I can share their stories that they're posting
Nice.
here on the podcast. But yeah, so Naked Denver is reporting that Paddle House is going to expand to Denver, and it is right down by my place. It's over right next to Roxy in this big industrial building. I mean, you need a lot of space for these, and it's cool because it's going to have it's not only going to be like padel courses. There's going to be some co-working space. There's going to be a juice bar. There's going to be premium locker rooms with rain showers. I mean,
whoa,
soaring 25-foot ceilings. It looks like it looks like it's going to be a cool spot. So if you go ahead and check out the link, I'm actually going to throw it in our sheet right here so that everyone
dude, this
can
looks
see.
awesome. Have you ever played this?
No, me and my friends have been wanting to play so badly because it's right up our alley. But I think maybe the Parker Racket Club opened up like two outdoor courts, but you have to be a member and everything. So this is going to be like the first real deal padel facility in Colorado. So this sport's just moving into the U.S. right now. Huge overseas, but this looks like it's going to be a luxury space for playing padel, and it is steps from my front door. So I will probably, I'm down here in the 5 Points area. I think I'll most likely be joining as a member here. But apparently this company is super successful in New York City. But these are the types of stories that you can find on the Naked Denver channel. So check that out. I mean, I'll just kind of read through a couple other ones. Yeah, they have Great Divide Brewery. Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like Great Divide might be collaborating on the padel courts. I think you're right, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, and it looks like it's like a mix of like it's in like the walls. It looks like the walls are fair game. Is that it? Like racquetball or something?
Yeah, you can bounce it off the walls. That's the thing.
So it's like pickleball but less lateral movement.
Hold on a second. I think what this is saying here is that Padel House is coming to Denver, and Great Divide is going to be adding padel courts. So we're going from no courts in Colorado to two different locations in the Rhino 5 Points area. The padel competition is about to be spiced up. But yeah, these are the types of stories you can find on this account. There was another one about the Diamond Cabaret potentially needing to close its doors, and like what's going to happen to that land, because that is like one of the most valuable pieces of real estate in Denver, and right now it's a strip club. So everyone's really, really anticipating what's going to happen to that if Diamond Cabaret shuts down. And they're just kind of touching on some stories that are like a little bit less corporate, a little bit less industrial, and more like, I feel like we love developing Denver, but these stories are really interesting to me. So check them out now, nakeddenver.com or just Naked Denver on Instagram. And we're going to start including some stories from them in our little Denver construction pieces here.
Yeah,
Very
dude,
cool.
the city's really going after Diamond Cabaret, man. I mean, we talked about that, like all those taxes they said they were back owed, which was like it wasn't like 13 million or something. It was a significant amount. Um, and now the city's going to pull
There's
their cabaret license for what they describe as sys, systemic exploitation and illegal deductions.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they're saying wage theft.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him for wage theft. Apparently, the owners and operators are saying that this is a bunch of BS. They're just
Hmm.
trying to shut down our strip club. But I could see it. I can see how those things could happen. Um, they're trying to revoke their cabaret license, which basically makes them unable to operate as a strip club.
Yeah, I don't know why the idea of a strip club owner exploiting employees just doesn't seem like like that story doesn't shock me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he had kind of an argument. I think it was, they raised the minimum wage and Diamond Cabaret did as well, but I guess there was like deductions. So if you're late, they would deduct. Now that could be illegal. I don't know what the policies here or the law is. And if that happened, then I guess they're subject to recourse and I suppose back taxes. Um, but I don't know. We'll see how that develops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a quick rundown. Denver's labor probes found the club misclassified DJs and other laborers as food and beverage workers, allowed managers to routinely take tips for work performed by dancers, violated minimum wage laws for bartenders, servers, and hosts by paying them below minimum wage and requiring them to share tips, and also imposed fees that dancers must pay every night in order to work. Which I thought that's how it works at a strip club.
Yeah. I don't know. That's quite a suit.
We might have to do we might have to go do some field reporting first, Tom.
Yeah, right. I don't know about that, but I do know.
Investigate the
Yeah.
ground floor.
Yeah.
I
Get
do,
some boots on the ground.
I do know that they want that land really bad, and the city wants to take it over because it's absolutely prime real estate. It's crazy to believe that that location is actually still there. I think it's like including their huge building and a parking lot, which is unheard of in that area. I think it's something like 30 acres or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's huge.
Yeah.
And I know that the Diamond Cabaret has been pretty cool because the Denver County Court is right there. All of their offices are right there, and I know that they allow city staff to park there. I think at like a deep discount on parking just to stay friendly. But I wonder how long that'll last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Interesting.
anyway, there's that. I got a couple quick events. Mala at the Mission Ballroom with Omnom, Dylan, Nathaniel, and Fajaz. Fajaz. Sorry, I can't read your logo. Or actually, I can't read this flyer. So, come on, Mission Ballroom. What's going on here? That's gonna be this weekend on Friday, May 23rd. You can get inside for just one sec. Let's see. We gotta verify that we're human. You're getting inside Mission Ballroom for Mala at $50. So that's not bad.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna go on a quick rant really quick because $50 is, I mean, that's great. That's not terrible that's completely reasonable for a one night, concert event.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like a lot of these concerts, like specifically with like you told me with the drama with the Skrillex one, like these general admission tickets are just getting absolutely out of hand. Like
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like that the actual ticket is 35, and
wait for Skrillex?
no. Sorry,
Oh.
for Mala at
Yeah.
Mission Ballroom, the ticket's $35.
The fee.
Service fee $14.92, bringing you up to $49.92. So
I don't know what it is, but I was really excited to go to this. It's a show in LA. I'll drop the link in the chat. it's a show put on by the band Nine Inch Nails, and it's a lineup of film composers performing their music, like a bunch of legendary film composers. It's not like traditional like symphony. It's like more experimental, like an auditory experience with like modular synths and like that kind of thing. But
Hmm.
Cool.
the tickets are $300 for
That's
one day,
crazy.
one day, and I'm
What?
like, how how is the general public like? I'm sorry, I can't spend $600, to go to a concert. I don't know. I just feel like anytime these days when I see an event I really want to go to, I look at the prices. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. These
so
prices are
steep.
insane. Yeah,
So,
God, this is a cool show, though. My God.
yeah. Like John Carpenter. Like,
Terrence Blanchard, Questlove,
yeah. I've never seen anything like this. I was like, this would be so cool to go check out, And,
Danny Elfman. Yeah, dude, this is cool.
yeah. But that's like how I can't, you know,
$300,
it's
dude. What?
insane. It's insane. So that's my rant. End of rant. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to this one, but we'll see.
yeah. I mean, anything over like $100 better be like my favorite artist and
Right.
like an absolutely legendary show.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me how it can be that expensive.
It's these damn ticket sale platforms that are charging insane fees. But a couple other quick things that we got. Daft Disco at Cervantes on Saturday. A 360 in the round party featuring French house and disco acts. So it's all going to be 360 dope party at Cervantes. Really cool classic Denver venue. And they're going to be highlighting French house and French disco. So that seems
Cool.
pretty cool. That's $22 to get in, which is more than reasonable for a Cervantes show. And then you have the Denver Margarita Festival. That is also this Saturday, 21 plus at number 38. Tickets for this are cheap, $7. So you get your entry ticket, and then it is including it includes 10 margarita samples, and then you can go on to purchase additional items. But you're gonna get plenty of samples for that price. There's gonna be street food, frozen drinks, a beer garden, chance to win a dream trip to Mexico to have some more margaritas.
Nice.
So that's a cool one. And then Red Rocks quickly this week. I didn't recognize too many people coming through here, but you got Sting coming on Thursday. Today it's all high school graduation stuff. Sting on Thursday. Friday, Leon Bridges. That would be pretty cool.
Cool.
And then Saturday, Brad Paisley. Oh, and then Justice on Sunday. I think that would be really cool to check out. So,
Of course,
cool
you have the
weekend.
high school graduations today, tomorrow,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
or
We
just
got
today.
today. I think we're on the tail end of high school graduations. This looks like the
Mhm.
last two today. Mountain Vista High School and then Castle View High School, both happening today. So
Which
looks
I've heard are not. It's not the ideal location for a high school graduation. It sounds like.
really, Ryan. What are the thoughts?
Well,
Your
from the attendee experience, maybe.
oh,
It's cool, but it's hot for the for the audience.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different when the sun isn't setting. When it's like right square in your face, it's a little toasty. So if you're going to support the grads and shout out to them, bring a ball cap. You'll thank me for it.
Yeah, absolutely. That like 2 p.m. at Red Rocks is a hot one because not only is the sun directly above, but I feel like you're at the right angle where the sun's just pointing straight at you.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a human solar panel.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you are.
That's great.
That's what I got though. Some quick events.
Nice. We're going to call a little bit early, so I'll just give a little bit of a tip of the hat to what's coming in the newsletter, which will probably go out tonight or tomorrow morning. So we've got Denver suing the Trump administration. Several cities are suing Denver. A man is suing the Rockies because they're terrible. And there's a pretty funny article I found on the 16th Street Mall rebranded. They spent $100,000 with, I think, a Canadian branding agency to rebrand the 16th Street Mall. It's now called 16th Street.
They spent $100,000 to drop the mall.
That was
Amazing.
like HBO. You heard about that?
HBO back to HBO Max.
Yep.
I literally saw a meme that was like 16th Street Max. They just had the HBO logo up there.
That's awesome. We also have a whole bunch more events, including Troy's Takes, Tom's events. There's a really cool Denver volunteer opportunity this week. And then quick shout out to the restaurant openings this week: Mendocino Farms in Cherry Creek North, Olive and Finch Downtown Arts Complex, Mama Joe's Biscuits and Barbecue on East Colfax. That sounds like my kind of place. So shout out to them for opening their doors, and much more at realgooddenver.com. Check them out. Guys, so great to hang this week. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It really was. Without a doubt.
Totally great hanging this week. Always good to see you guys in person.
No doubt. All right. We'll do it again next week.
All right.
Sounds good.